ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the Offside Show. Yes, sir. How y'all guys doing? Just give a round of applause first for your host of tonight, which is me, Temo. How you guys doing? Hope you all doing good. And if you're not, I hope you're here because you want to forget about the stress of life. Uh, and yeah, I'm glad to have you all in here. Um, Hopefully your week, your day is doing pretty good. Mine, it's been a rough day today. Not gonna lie, I had two exams today. Uh, I think I made it. Probably not. I don't know. Nah, I mean, it could have been better, but it is what it is. Now we here. We just gotta focus on the present, I guess, and move forward. But yeah, uh, today is Wednesday the 15th, ombligo de semana. We say on Spanish. I don't know if actually have any meaning on English. It's just belly button of the week. Just basically, it's referring to the that is the middle of the week. That's all ombligo de semana means. And but yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about today. Well, there's a lot of things to talk about today, and not really because it was international duty and nobody likes international duty. Well, there's a really good matches. It's because it's actually a lot of things to cover and a lot of matches that really a lot of people don't care about. But there's some interesting things to talk about today. Um, Mexican national squad sucks. That's what I want to start with. But first, let's go with a little disclaimers, of course, because today I'm really mad, guys. You don't know how mad I am right now, and everything has to do because of the Mexican national squad. So basically, the disclaimer here is that today I might call players in a way I shouldn't, and this is just a way of express myself. I don't actually mean to call players in a way that I shouldn't be calling them. It's just for the fact that I'm pissed off today and that I'm really I don't know what to think about the national Mexican squad, to be honest. Like at first I thought being a Chivas supporter, Chivas fan was the worst thing in the world because my team sucks, to be honest. I love them. I always be supporting them, but they suck, especially nowadays. But yeah, now I find out that being a supporter of the Mexican national squad is even worse, and there's a lot of reasons that I'll be touching on today. But yeah, that was the small disclaimer for today. I don't mean to call players in a bad manner. I don't want to actually disrespect anybody. And it's just a way of I express myself. I hope, I mean, at the end, I hope no one that I'm referring to today is listening to this. And if they do, I'm so sorry, man. Um, it is what I think about. And it doesn't mean I'm right. Probably I'm wrong. And at the end, if you're playing professional soccer, it's because you deserve to be there. But yeah, I think we should just go straight to business. Today, I don't know how long I'm going to take because, like I said, there's a lot of things to cover, but also a few things that really matter. And um, yeah, pretty much it. I guess the first thing that I want to start today it's with the U20 World Cup, which is currently going on. And right now, well, last week by Friday, I think, or Saturday, it was the quarterfinals. Yeah, which Mexico was part of it. I don't really want to talk about matches or statistics that much because of the fact that I haven't really watched this tournament at all. Just like Mexican games, and just basically through highlights. I don't really know much about the tournament. Well, I really know about a lot of the tournament, but what I mean is I don't know really much about statistics and players because this is the U20, so it's not it's not the like the biggest players playing in here. But yeah, it's been an interesting tournament, and actually for Mexican squad, the expectations were really up. Like everyone was thinking Mexico was winning. Well, everyone from Mexico, of course. I don't think everyone from other parts of the world were thinking that Mexico was able to win the World Cup this year. But Mexicans, we all were really positive that we might win this tournament. But spoiler alert, we haven't. We got eliminated last Saturday. Last Sunday actually. Oh no, last Saturday. Last Saturday. And yeah, that's the first reason I'm really pissed off today, guys. But just let's go over the first match of the quarterfinals, which was on Saturday. It was the Spain against Colombia. Really interesting match because I saw the highlights of this game. I don't really know players of the U20 of either Spain or Colombia, but the result of the match was 3-2. Colombia won, so they now on semifinals. Good for them. I mean, nothing against Spain, but I'm always gonna be support all the countries that are like South American countries because I don't know, we all speak the same language. It's like we have a bond together, man. And nothing against Spain because they actually speak the same language, but I don't know. I feel like us as Latinos, we kind of brothers and sisters, and we have to support each other, I guess. Or that's the way I see things, you know. But for the Colombia versus Spain U20, 3-2 was the result. There was this guy who scored a hat trick this game for Colombia. I don't really know him, but it was fun to see because he plays really good. His name is Neisser Villarreal, and he plays for a Colombian team that is called Los Millonarios. I know the team. I don't know him. Probably it's because I'm not a big supporter or not like a big fan of the South American football, and not because I don't want to, because it's a really fun football. But I just like better to watch European football and Mexican football because I think it has more to do that when I grew up watching football, I didn't have like a chance to watch these matches because uh, unless you pay for them, there's no way to see those different, like for example, the Argentinian league or the Brazilian league. You cannot see them in Mexico unless you pay for them, or like use things like Rojo Directa, which is you can watch free live streams, live free stream for sports. But yeah, but it's actually really fun to see when it's the Copa Libertadores and all that kind of stuff. Is really, they have a different type of game, and they're rough. They're it's a fun game to watch. But yeah, I'm honestly really surprised that Colombia won this match because lately Spain has been doing really good things. I don't really know anyone from the squad either, but for example, we have Lamin Jamal right now. He didn't play, of course, because he's a big star right now. But he have 17-year-old, and right now the Spain national squad is full of young talents like Pedri, Gavi, Dean Hausen. I forgot another name as well, Lamin Jamal. But everyone is between 20 and 25-year old, and Lamin Jamal is just 18. So Spain lately it's having a lot of good players, young good players. So I was really thinking that Spain was able to win this if not the tournament, this match for sure. And what a surprise. This guy, the Colombian dude, scored a hat trick, good for him. And now Colombia is on the semifinals. And actually, today, right now, it's been the semifinals are playing right now. But I'm gonna talk about this later after I finish with the quarterfinals because this happened on the weekend, and I want to talk about Mexico against Argentina. But first, let's move on to United States against Morocco. Morocco won 3-1. United States it's eliminated, and same thing. Morocco to Spain, you know. Morocco, the last World Cup, like the actual team, they get into the semifinals, if I don't remember bad. Yeah, actually, they made it through the semifinals, and now I'm seeing them already on the semifinals of the U20 World Cup. That just talk really good things about Morocco, because that means they actually have a project, or maybe not. Probably it's because at first I was thinking that maybe it's just like this thing that happened, which one thing every certain amount of time. So, for example, I'm thinking about Costa Rica on the World Cup 2014, where literally he was they play against I think it was the Netherlands, it was Spain. No, it was not the Netherlands. It was Italy. I'm sorry, Spanish. Um, it was Italy. It was Costa Rica. It was Uruguay, and it was England, if I don't remember bad. And Costa Rica not just made it through the group stage, but also I think they went over the quarterfinals, which it was really amazing to see. And also the same thing happened with Chile, uh, which they never been a really solid squad throughout history, but they ended up winning two Copa Americas against Argentina, the Messi Argentinian team. And I think Morocco is kind of the same example right now. He's on the same spot. But now that we watching them also playing at the U20 World Cup, I think that has to do with a process that they actually have in. Like they actually have a solid plan that they are developing. But this is just what I think, you know. I'm not sure about it. This is just based on what I'm seeing because, like I said, semifinals on the U20 World Cup and semifinals on the actual World Cup, that's tough. And I think actually Morocco was the first national squad ever from Africa who reached a semifinal. And yeah, good for them. And yeah, United States, I don't know what to say about United States because I always feel they having a process and they actually right now having a lot of good players playing in Europe. For example, Christian Pulisic and I can Weston McKinney. Those two guys are really good players, and they're actually playing on really good squads. Um, and now they reached the quarterfinals of the U20. And like I said, I always feel they have a really good process going on. But eventually, I don't know what happened to them. Probably is just not enough commitment, or probably they just trying to pretend they have a really good process, and it ended up being like it's just more of the same. But anyways, Morocco it's on the semifinals as well as Colombia, and then we go against France and Norway. The match was 2-1. France won, and I'm not gonna talk about this match at all because I don't know the players. Well, never mind. Actually, I gotta say something because Norway. Now we have Norway on the quarterfinals of the U20 World Cup. That it's because it's a lot of things clicking in my head right now because right now Norway it's on the way to classify for the first time ever or not. I don't know if it's the first time ever, but uh, probably in a long time to qualify to a actual World Cup. But and now they ended up on the quarterfinals of the U20. So it's the same thing as Morocco. They having a process. It kind of looks like they having a process because right now on Norway we have Erling Haaland and Martin Odegaard playing for the actual squad. The and like I said, they're about to reach the World Cup for the first time or for the first time in a long time. I don't really know, and it's really cool to see. Because for example, France, we all know France. It's capable of things. Right now, probably it's aiming for being the world champion again. I think along Spain, probably Argentina and England, those four guys are the most like the actual contenders to reach the final or to win the World Cup. And France is not surprising that those guys are here at the quarterfinals of the U20, because right now even the squad, the actual squad, they have really young players right now. I mean, we have Mbappe because it's still 26. Like he's really young for soccer still, and we got like Doué and Dembele, and it's everyone is less than 30 years old. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know the players from the U20, but it looks like friends being friends, you know. And now let's just move on to the match that I really want to talk about in detail. I don't know how much in detail. I saw this match and man, I don't know if I'm disappointed or not because there's a lot of things going on the U20 and U17 and Mexico national squad. But let's first go to the result. Argentina won 2-0. Bad luck for Mexico, but not bad luck, you know. Man, Argentina, it's my father. That's what I've always been saying. Argentina, it's the Mexican father, to be honest. Like I think we have like probably like 10 years without beating them. Like I don't know about the U20 or U17, but for the main squad, the actual national squad, we haven't beat them in I think more than 10 years or around 10 years, and it always the same. It looked like we actually having a good match against them that we kind of can win them, and eventually we ended up losing. I remember this match where we were winning 2-0, and they literally score a goal on the 89th minute. I think this was like 5 years ago. Chicharito was still playing for Mexican national squad, and we ended up tying. I mean, at least we tie and we didn't lose, but yeah, the same thing with Argentina, man. Um, but Argentina is my father. But yeah, I was watching this game, and you know, I'm always really sure that Argentina is gonna beat us. Even I was watching this match with one of my friends, Gael and Josue. How you guys doing? And those guys were with me watching this game, and I was telling them the whole game like, man, we're not winning because we start losing at the first 10 minutes. I think the first goal it was scored on the 7th minute of the first half, and when I saw that they scored on the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, this is over, guys. We're not winning this, and I stayed the same the whole game. You know, I was telling them like, guys, please, we're not winning. Please, guys, just hear me out. And both of those guys, they were telling me like, man, you're so optimistic. They were being sarcastic, of course. But I was like, man, it's just the reality. I believe we can win Argentina, but not right now. And especially if we start losing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that we don't have a solid process going on. Actually, right now we're doing better. That's why I don't know if I'm actually disappointed with the U20 squad, because there's this stat that it's going around for the last couple days. I think it was actually before the Argentinian match, and it's the fact of the on 2019, the U20 World Cup 2019, only there was like half of the players that actually had played on professional leagues. Other than that, they were just like um probably on second division or just like relegated to bench. And yeah, basically there was no opportunity for them to play. And the whole squad, they only had together like 6,000 minutes play on first division. And also, it's important to notice that this was just on the Mexican league because we don't have young players going out for Europe. But this is something that I'm gonna talk about later. And now, for this year, the minutes of players actually playing on first division went really up, like really high. It was around 28,000 minutes as a whole, and this is really good to see, you know, because now we actually giving opportunities to the young players to play, to debut, to have a chance and being at the first squads so they can develop and they can grow up as a players and hopefully they can reach bigger leagues like Premier League, La Liga, or even the Netherlands league. Go to Ajax or those squads that are good for develop young players. But it's just it's a good thing to see, but it's just bitter, guys. It's bitter that we seen Mexico lose again, Argentina as well again, and it also has to do with the fact that we all were really enthusiastic, really optimistic about we can win them, and it ended up being the same. Uh, but not everything is lost. Uh, there's two players that actually on a good way and a good track to become really good players. The case of Gilberto Mora, which he is just 16-year-old. I think actually today or 2 days from now it's gonna be his birthday. So happy birthday, Gilberto! You're the best player in Mexico right now, and everyone cares about you. There's actually a meme right now because everyone is saying like, "Please don't let Gilberto Mora to drink alcohol ever," and it's funny because everyone it's caring about him. So I hope it stays the same forever. Like even though, because there's, for example, people in Mexico don't really like Chicharito. Like half of the population don't really like him, and I don't understand why. It's just for the fact that they like to criticize. They say the worst enemy of a Mexican is a Mexican, and this is the case of Chicharito. Like I don't know why he had to do to get along with Mexicans. You know, it's I don't know. I really support Chicharito, and I think he's one of the greatest players of Mexico ever. And well, the thing is, I just hope Gilberto Mora can stay the same throughout his career, as long as he keep the same level, of course. If we start seeing him to lower his level and still be part of the Mexican squad, I agree that people start shaming on him, I guess. But right now, it's a really good thing to see that people is taking care of Gilberto Mora and also Obed Vargas. I mean, those guys are amazing. Those guys surprise me a lot. I think they have a future in their careers, and I hope they can go to Europe to develop better and have better careers. Actually, I like right now the U20 World Cup. It works for them to have exposure. Um, I don't know if all of the stuff that I'm seeing on social media is true, but I heard that there's like different rumors that big teams are already trying to sign them. The Gilberto Mora, as my understanding, he cannot go to any European team yet because he's still an underage guy. But Obed Vargas, I think he actually can go there already, and I hope. I think he's on Seattle Saunders right now. I hope those guys let him go out to Europe because man, he got potential. And I just wanna talk something that I don't really like about this match, which was Mexico don't know how to lose, man, and that pissed me off a lot. It's because we were down 2-0 by the 85th minute, and then Argentinians were losing time. But that's the thing that they have to do, you know. I mean, they're winning 2-0. They want Mexican players to lose their focus, and they start kicking players, punching players, not for them to injure the players, but basically just to make Mexican players lose their minds. And they actually accomplish it. They actually accomplish it, and that's what pisses me off, because I understand those guys are young. They're even younger than me, and they cannot be always cold minded. But you gotta be smarter. You know, we got two guys that sent off because the first guy is sent off. He got a red card because an Argentinian player pushed from behind Gilberto Mora, and he went running through him to push him, and he already had a yellow card. And it's fine. I understand that you're trying to protect your player, but man, you're losing 2-0 at the 85th minute. If you start a fight, it's your own time. Like, they're winning. That's what they want. They want to time to consume and just end the match. And you're losing 2-0. You still have time to do something. If you score a goal, the moral is gonna go up, you know, and probably the second goal can be scored. But now, what those guys did was, well, we're losing 2-0, 85 minute. I'm just gonna push this guy, and I don't care if I get a red card, even though I know I already have a yellow card, because I don't care anymore. So this guy have a red card, and then a few minutes later, I think at the end of the match, we had another red card. I don't really remember what happened to that guy. But yeah, I mean, we don't know how to lose, you know? And it's just a matter of being focused, I think. I mean, I never been on those stages, but I'm used to play different sports. I reached to different finals. Like I said, it's not the same level, of course, but I've been in a situation where you gotta remain calm. You gotta remain cool head, and it's the best thing you can do. You cannot just lose your mind for some bullshit. You know, I don't know if I can say these words, but I don't mind. um, yeah, it's just that was really disappointing to see, because you're losing, man. Just head up, and if you lose, die on your feet. You know, if you're gonna die, die on your feet. Don't go to your knees. Don't do some stupid things. Don't act like a fool, because you're already losing. Why you wanna lose? I mean, if you already lose on the court, why you wanna lose outside of the court? You know, it's, I don't know. I'm just really disappointed because of that. I'm just really mad that Mexico went eliminated for the U20. But there's a lot of good things, you know. We have two different players right now that can be a reference for the actual Mexican national squad in the future. And like I said, the minutes of different players on first division went up. So that's actually a good sign as well. And well, this also had to do with the fact that they implement a new rule on the MX League that basically each team had to have I don't know how many. I think it's like 10,000 minutes uh, for young youth players, and throughout the whole semester or throughout the year. I don't know, but yeah, every player had to every team had to at least have 10 minutes of youth player on a first squad played. You know, so for example, if Gilberto Mora, he gotta play. I mean, he don't have to play 10,000 minutes, of course, because it's just as a whole, but he can contribute to the different to like to have different minutes on the for the whole squad. I don't know if I'm really I don't know how to explain this rule. I think what I just had said had nothing like is not making any sense, but it is what it is. I don't know how to explain myself, but I hope you can understand it. And oh, also there's a lot of a different thing that I wanna highlight in here, and I mean, beside the fact that there's that the minutes on first division went up for Mexican players compared to the 2019, and those guys are still playing in Mexico, and I think some guys like Oved Vargas in the US. Guys, Argentina had 4 players already playing in Europe on this U20. And also, it's important to notice that they didn't have probably the most important player on the U20 for Argentina right now, which is Franco Mastantuano. That guy he just went to Real Madrid. He's playing on the first squad, and he's 18-year-old. He didn't went to the U20 World Cup probably because Real Madrid didn't want him to risk. He didn't want him to get injured or something like that. That's what teams do sometimes. They don't want to let the national squad to borrow their players because they can get injured. And but yeah, Argentina basically have a lot of players already playing in Europe, which in the best leagues. I think I saw 3 guys. I think I saw 2 guys playing on the Premier League already, and I think I saw a couple more playing on the German league. And this is good for development. In the future, those guys probably gonna be greater players. They're gonna be referent on the Argentinian national squad, and that's what we have to do. That's something that Mexico is not doing. But also, I want to talk about just to wrap up with the U20 World Cup, and it has nothing to do with the matches. It's more for the use of the VAR, which I'm agree with what this rule is about. They basically had a new thing that is a green card, and this basically works like the coach can hand out to this green card to the referees and get a VAR reviewed. They had to it's just worked like the challenge in the NBA. You have 2 challenges. Right here is like 2 VAR revision. I don't know what's the actual name, but yeah, you have 2 challenges, I guess, like the NBA. And if you're right on your challenge, you keep the 2 of them. But if you're wrong, now you have just 1 left. And I like this idea, because right now the VAR is just like keep stopping the match over and over and over. Every time someone scores a goal, it always goes to the VAR review. And I don't like that because it's just part of the. I mean, I like the soccer before when there was like a lot of polemic plays and where people sometimes be on offside and the goal count because the referee didn't see it. And I like that because it's just part of the game. When you're playing on the with your friends or your neighborhood, you don't care about the offside. It's just the. I mean, even though if you're playing with the offside rule, sometimes not everyone is able to spot it because it's a fun rule to watch on professional soccer. And well, this is the name of my podcast, The Offside Show. Stay tuned. um, yeah, I like the idea of the green card and that you only have the two like challenge. I don't know how to call it. To challenge throughout the whole game. So you just have 2 times to use the VAR unless you're right. So if you're right with your challenge, you're able to keep the 2 of them, and it's fun to see. I was talking with my friend Gael, and he was saying like, "Nah, man, I don't like this because it's gonna affect you, and of course it's gonna affect you. But it's fun to see because you gotta be smart on the way you use it. For example, Mexico against Argentina used the green card twice, and and both times the decision was wrong. So that means if there was another polemic play, um, they were not able to use the green card anymore. But I think the referee can still go to the VAR revision. Even it's based on his judgment, so it's good, because I think now we're not just gonna be saying a lot of VAR reviewing all over the place for each play. Every time they score a goal, every time they give an assist, every time there's someone slide tackle to someone. So now the game is going back to where it used to be. It's moving. It's just keep moving forward. It's just like straight game because for example, this is what I like about soccer. That you don't stop the game that often. It's not like the basketball that you have the timeouts, and every time a quarter ends you have some rest. No, it's just like in soccer it's just 45 minutes for the first half, straight 45 minutes. Then you have 15 minutes of break, and then second half 45 minutes straight of full soccer. It's just I like better that because when you have all these commercials and all these stops in the game, you get lost. I don't like that. But probably it's just me. I just like better to see the whole game going on without interruptions. But I think that's all I gotta say for the U20 World Cup. Oh, actually, damn, it's 36 minutes already. Well, I don't really want to talk about international duty because who cares? But right now, it's actually the semifinals between Colombia against Argentina. Morocco just won against France on PKs. That was probably like 2 hours ago. I don't really know. The match ended 1-1. Oh, actually, the Argentina against Colombia it ended already. So we got a final. It's Argentina won 1-0 against Colombia, and I guess good for them. So the final is gonna be Morocco against France. Ain't it dying crazy? That's really crazy because Argentina might become the world champion not only on the actual World Cup, but also on the U20. And I think they're gonna win. I mean, let's see. It's because I don't know. I don't know how Morocco actually play, but I don't know. I think this is wrong because it says France is on the final, but the result says France won. The Morocco won. Yeah, Morocco won. So the final is gonna be Morocco against Argentina. It's gonna be on Sunday, no, on Saturday, this Saturday. Oh yeah. It's because it's for the third place. Yeah. No, the final is actually on Sunday. The match for the third place is gonna be on Sunday. So the match for the third place is gonna be Colombia against France, and the final is gonna be Morocco against Argentina. I might as well want to watch this game because yeah, why not? Youth players playing for the glory. But yeah, we got a final, guys. We got a final for the U20, and probably next Wednesday, I'm gonna talk about the result and who won. And yeah, I think that's it for the U20 World Cup. I think we just have to move on to the international duty, and this is where it's gonna get really bad because I'm gonna explode because I want to first talk about the Mexican national squad. And like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm really pissed off with the Mexican national squad. And it's not new. It's not like I'm not mad at them just because what happened this weekend. I'm just mad at them for the last couple 10 years probably. I don't know if the last couple 10 years, but for the last 5 years for sure. For the last five, I'm actually thinking it's actually for the last 10 years because Sorry, I was drinking water. Uh, um, on the 2018 World Cup, that's when we won against Germany 1-0. Then, yeah, Brazil sent us off on the round of 16. We always get eliminated on the round of 16 on World Cup. But on 2022, we actually we got eliminated on group stage. So Mexican national squad is not doing good. Like, we never been one of the important teams in national squads. Like, we're not France, we're not Argentina, we're not Brazil, we're not England. Of course, we're not Germany. We're not those guys. We're not on that level, and we're not close to be. Especially now, we're not even close to get through that level. But before, we used to have a more competitive squad. People like players before they used to actually have heart, and right now I don't see any road on national squad because these guys, I don't know, they just like on a comfort zone where they already part of the main squad. They don't care about getting better. They don't care about going to different leagues on Europe. They just happy to be at the Mexican league. And let's first go to the results of this week. So first, we played against Colombia. Um, the result was 4-0. Guys, 4-0. Those guys beat us. Like, they just step on us, they laugh on us, they just play us. And I don't feel Colombia is such a greater team than Mexico, but it looks like it is. I mean, they have better players, of course. Like, Colombia has Luis Diaz, which is top world class player right now. He's on the best team in Germany, which is the Bayern Munich, and he's doing the right thing. He was on Liverpool last season, and he's also on the first squad. Like, he's always a starter. He's a top world player. They got James Rodriguez as well, which is a legend. Right now he plays on the Mexican League, but he still got class. But other than that, I don't see any other players that are like actually better than Mexican players. I think most of the players plays on Mexican League or Colombian League or any other South American league. But let's just break down this match. So the formation for Mexican squad was the goalkeeper, which was Luis Angel Malagon. I don't like that guy, but it is what it is. It is what we have. We had a line of four defenders. On the right, we have Jorge Sanchez, trash player, man, trash player. This is where the disclaimer game. It's gonna be because now I'm gonna talk really bad about players. I mean, not really bad, but there's guys that I don't understand why they on the main squad, why they're playing for the national team. I mean, if they're professional players, okay, I guess they're better than most of the people. But why they are on the Mexican national squad, man? They're bad. Jorge Sanchez is a trash player, and I'm not gonna get tired of saying this. And Jorge Sanchez, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't mean that you're a trash person. You're just a trash player. But this is, like I said at the beginning, this is just my opinion. Probably I'm wrong. You know? So, and I know you're not going to listen to this, but if you do, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my opinion. And I don't mean to disrespect you, which I'm actually doing it. But it's not. I don't mean to disrespect you. I just mean to disrespect your way of playing. Then we got Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez as a center backs. That's the best thing we have right now, guys. Cesar Montes, I like that guy, but he's really, I don't know. He sometimes play good. He sometimes doesn't. And but when he actually play good, he's a beast. But he's really irregular, you know. That's the problem with him. But when he's on, he is good. Like he win everything on air. Nobody can dribble him. Well, I haven't seen him against top players like Luis Diaz. Well, I just saw him. Well, it's because I didn't saw this match because I'm tired of watching Mexican national squad. To be honest, I give up. Just like I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, I found out that being a Mexican supporter is worse than even support Chivas, and just for my mental health, I decided to not longer watch the Mexican national squad games. Sorry, water break again. Um, but then we have Johan Vasquez. Man, he's the best player in the Mexican national squad right now. I hope he keeps the same level forever. He's gonna be for sure a legend for Mexico. And people really don't talk about him that much because I don't know why. I mean, people give the respect that he should have, but it's not like people be saying like, "Oh man, Johan Vasquez." It's not like Gilberto Mora, you know? Like people is just like, "Oh yeah, he's good. Thank God we have Johan Vasquez. Yay." That's what people be saying, you know? And Johan Vasquez is the captain for the Genoa in Italy. He's the best defender on his team. He's playing on the Serie A. He's playing against the best teams in Italy and he's the captain of the team. So he got leadership, he's getting experience and hopefully he can switch to a better team. Uh and just become a better player cuz he got the potential and he's just 26 year old. He's still young, especially for a defender. He can still make it to the big leagues and hopefully one team notice him because he's really good. Like like I said, he's the best player in the Mexican national squad right now. Then we got Jesus Gallardo, trash player, trash player. I mean, I used to like Gallardo before. It's because I have mixed feelings on him. Because Gallardo used to be really good before. He really had a good 2018 World Cup. And it's the same thing with Montes. When he's on, he's on. But now he's old, you know, and he cannot play against Luis Suarez. He's 31-year-old. He's playing on the Mexican League. Luis Suarez, huh? Well, Luis Suarez as well, but Luis Diaz, of course, is gonna play with him, you know, because I mean, I think they were on opposite sides, but what I'm trying to say is like top world players, Gallardo is not gonna be able to do nothing against them, you know. It's just nonsense to still have him. And especially because we have now this new guy, which is Mateo Chavez, which we're gonna talk about later if we had time, because now I'm 48 minutes. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? I always think I'm not gonna be able to complete the hour, and now I'm just running out of time. But okay, let's do this real quick because I also want to talk about a couple matches of the international duty. And we got Eric Lira and Marcel Ruiz on the middle. I like both those guys, but it's the same problem. They play on the Mexican League against top world players. They're gonna be just regular players, you know? And then we got the trio on front, which is Diego Lainez, Orbelin Pineda, Alexis Vega. I don't know why Diego Lainez is playing. He used to be good back in 2019, I guess. I don't know, when he went to Real Betis. And yeah, ever since then, he's a trash player. Ah, I'm not going to get tired of calling trash player to the Mexican national squad players. But it is what it is. It's what I believe. It's what I see, you know. Orbelin Pineda, he's good, but it's the same thing as Montes, as Gallardo. They're really irregular. Sometimes they have a good match. Then at the next day, they do nothing. And yeah, I mean, I think he should stay for a bit longer on the Mexican national squad, but there's not gonna be a difference if we have him on the squad or not. Then we got Alexis Vega, which is he's getting better, but it's the same problem. They all play on the Mexican National League. What? What did I just say? On the Mexican League, not the Mexican National League. Well, I think basically the same. Anyway, um, Alexis Vega is a good player. Um, he used to play for Chivas before. I love this guy. I have mixed feelings as well because when he was on Chivas, he literally did and like he played like trash. He become an alcoholic. Well, that's what people be saying, you know. Like I don't know the actual data on this, but people were saying a lot of like, nah, his duo Tamarindo with Uriel Antuna, because this Smirnoff, the Tamarind Smirnoff, and there's a video of them drinking a bottle of this, and ever since then they call them the Smirnoff duo. Um, but he's good, but he's 27-year old. I mean, I don't think he's gonna move to the European leagues, and he's just a good player on the Mexican league. But that's it, you know. It's not he's not even close to the top level, you know. And then up front we got Santiago Jimenez, which guys, he's having I don't want to say a bad season right now because he's playing more like a supportive player. He's not actually scoring a lot of goals, but he's playing for the team. You know, he's distributing the ball, he's giving assists and stuff like that. But as a striker, my expectation for a striker is that they score goals. You know, because that's why we have a 10 player or like more players in the back so they can actually distribute the game. For a 9, you can help, of course, to build up the plays. But I think it's important for you to score goals because you're the striker, you're the number 9, and Santiago Jimenez have the same thing that it's happening to all the Mexican players throughout history. Like for example, Hugo Sanchez, the best Mexican player in history, he was a beast on Real Madrid. He won like five pichichis, which is um the prize for scoring more goals in La Liga. But in Mexican national squad, he really didn't do much. He's not even on the top 5 best scorers in history of the national Mexican squad, I think. And we got the same case as Rafa Marquez, which he used to play good and he used to play bad, and then he used to make some dumb decisions, like for example on the World Cup. Then he get a red card sent off, and we lose the match. I don't remember what match was, but I remember that this is like a really famous case. And Santiago Jimenez is dealing with the same thing. He's playing good for his team, but when he goes to the national squad, he don't play good. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. But this was the Mexican formation. So basically, I'm just okay with Johan Vasquez and Santiago Jimenez as well. But he needs to get better. And actually, those guys are the only ones who are playing on Europe. Oh, Cesar Montes as well, but he's playing on Russia, and now Russia is not able to play European competition because you already know. And other than that, everyone plays on the Mexican league, and they're good players. For example, like I said, Marcel Ruiz and Eric Lira, they're good players. Diego Lainez, trash player. Jorge Sanchez and Gallardo, trash players. Alexis Vega, good player. Luis Angel Malagon, I don't want to say he's trash, but he's not good enough. But yeah, like the level is not the same if you play in Europe than if you play on the Mexican league. And for the other side, we have Colombia, which has Luis Diaz, who he scored once. Um, who scored the goals? Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't saw this match because I really didn't care. So the first goal was scored by John Lukumi. I don't know this guy. It was minute 16. Then at minute 56, it was Luis Diaz Of course, who else? And then at Jefferson Lerma at 64, and then the last goal was scored at 87 by Johan Carbonero. Guys, this is just showing up how Mexican squad is doing right now. And World Cup, it's around the corner, and we're not fit to compete. We're gonna do really bad on. I mean, I have this feeling. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna do really bad on the World Cup. Like, we're not ready. We're not ready to face teams like France, like Spain, like England. Those guys are gonna beat us really bad. We don't have the fitness. We don't have the players. We don't have the quality. And you know, the thing that pisses me off is that the World Cup is gonna be held in Mexico, and we're not gonna be a good we're not gonna be a good. I forgot the word, but the word in Spanish is anfitrión. It's a really good host. That's it. That it. We're not gonna be a really good host, and it's gonna be like Qatar on 2022. It's just gonna be a deception. I'm pretty sure. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong, cause I want to see Mexican national squid succeed. I mean, the Simpsons said that the final is gonna be Portugal against Mexico, but guys, that's not gonna happen. And if it happened, wow, I get I compromise myself to get bald, you know, because if that happened, I get a tattoo of the of Jorge Sanchez on my right arm. Imagine that happen. Nah, I'm gonna do what I'm saying. If Mexican national squid goes to the final, I'm gonna get forgot his name already. But this guy, what is his name? Dude, I forgot his name. I don't really care about him. That's why I forgot his name. But Jorge Sanchez, yeah, I'm gonna get a tattoo of Jorge Sanchez's face on my right arm if they reach the final and win it. And win it. They have to win it. They're gonna make it not even to the final. I don't think they're even gonna make it to the quarterfinals. Not even I'm actually thinking that they're gonna be out on the first round on the group stage. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Um but there's a lot of things that I didn't cover that I wanna cover. But we're already on 57 minutes right now. I think I'm just gonna go over. I'm gonna make a full podcast about what is the national Mexican squad lacking. And I guess I'm just gonna talk about the Mexican against Ecuador, which was I think, yeah, it was yesterday. This was a better match. I mean, we just tied 1-1, better than lose 4-0. But this here we got a different squad formation. On goal we had Jose Rangel, El Tala Rangel, which is the Jose Rangel. What am I saying? Oh, it's actually, yeah, it's Jose Raul Rangel. But yeah, Raul Rangel, which is this guy. This guy is good, and it's not for the fact that he plays for Chivas. Like, this guy actually played good, you know. And I think he's better than all the keepers that we have right now. But people really don't take him on consideration. Like, people be calling him really bad player, like really trash player. People prefer Malagon, but I think they're wrong, guys. To be honest, because Malagon, Rangel is better in every aspect that you can imagine. He go out. He's better. Like, it's because I don't know the words on English, but I mean, let's see if I can translate it. I can, but what I'm trying to say, like, every time when it's just like 1v1, he's better like going outside of the box to defend the player and save and make some saves, and also on the corner kicks, he's better going out. He always keeps the ball or just like punch the ball out. Malagon can't do that, you know. And then, but yeah, I hope he can be um the keeper for the World Cup. I don't think it's gonna be the case, but hopefully he's the goalkeeper for the World Cup. And then we play as well on the back of four yesterday. We got Israel Reyes on the right, which I personally think he's a trash player. However, talking with my friend Gael yesterday, Gael, if you see this, hi. That's all I gotta say. He says that Israel Reyes is a really good player, and I believe him because he knows soccer. He know what he's talking about. I haven't seen him play in a while, and the reason why I think he's a trash washed player is because the couple matches that I see him play, where he used to play more as a center back before, and he always have was having really bad matches. He was committing a lot of mistakes, but it seems like he's getting better, and no, it's not what I think. It's what Gael been saying to me, and I believe in him, and so I think we can keep him. Okay. And then we play on the same line of four on the back, Cesar Montes and Johan Vasquez. And then we got Mateo Chavez on the left. This guy is the key. This guy is all over the place. It's down on defense, up on offense. He's in the middle. He's supporting the defense. He's supporting the attacking players. He's everywhere, and he's young, and he's playing on Europe, which is one of the most important things right now. I don't know why he's the bench of what is his name again? This guy Gallardo. Like I don't understand it. We should give him more opportunities to Mateo Chavez because every time he plays for the national Mexican squad, he's doing awesome. Then we played again with three in the middle, which is Eric Sanchez, Eric Lira again, and Luis Romo. I mean, I already talked about Sanchez and Lira. Romo, man. I'm just gonna keep my comments to myself. But trash player. Nah, not trash player. Irregular player. That's the word for him. Irregular player. But he's not fit to play against European teams. Again, that's the problem. He plays for Chivas. He's a mid player in Chivas. He used to play better when he was at Cruz Azul. Now he lowered his level. But yeah, he's not fit to play on the against those guys. And then we got the comeback of the Chucky Lozano. He played good. He's not the same Chucky Lozano that he used to be 4 years ago. But I think he can be a good subs. I mean, he played as a starter this game, but I think he can be a good subs. He can be a good substitution. He's fast still, and he's not that. I think he's barely 30, so he's still kind of young for his position. Then we got Berterame, which I didn't know this guy was Mexican. I mean, he's Argentinian, but I didn't know he was able to play for the national for Mexican national squad already. And I'm not agree with this, but he scored, so I guess it's fine. He's a good player, mid player, but like I said, it's the same thing over and over. They just play for the Liga MX. It's not enough. And then we got Julian Quiñones, which he's now playing for in the Qatar League. And every time he plays for the national Mexican squad, he's the one who plays the best. I mean, not the best, but he played with heart. I mean, I don't think he's a really good player, but at least he put an effort. And, well, that's all I got to say for Mexican national squad for now. I mean, I can talk for hours about what they're doing wrong. And I have my notes in here, and I didn't cover not even. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points that I want to cover about the national Mexican squad. And I just cover one, which is the result from this week. But it's because I also spent a lot of time on the U20 World Cup. I wasn't expecting to have that amount of time talking about the U20 World Cup. But let's just move on to the international duties because fuck Mexican national squad. Nah, I'm just kidding. I still love them, and I'm gonna support my country every single time, but facts are facts. And we have a really poor national squad right now. And we're the host of the World Cup. We're going to do it really bad. And hopefully I'm wrong, guys. Hopefully I'm wrong. And I guess now just move on to the international duty. What games should I talk about first? So I was thinking about going over the. Let's go over this match. Japan against Brazil. Guys, Brazil. Brazil. Another trash national squad right now. I like the word trash. I mean, Brazil steals Brazil, you know? But now they're just doing really bad. Really bad. I mean, I thought they were finding a way already because on this week they played twice. They won first again. I think it was South Korea. I don't want to mess it up. But I think they won 4-0 or 5-0. And I'm pretty sure it was against South Korea, and it was probably this was on the weekend. But today, well, not today, 2 days ago, they play against Japan, and they were winning 2-0, and then Japan literally ended up winning 3-2. So that just took, yeah, it was against South Korea. They won 5-0. And after that match, I was like, okay, Brazil is back. And then they just lost 3-2 against Japan. And Brazil had a really good players up top, but nothing in the back, Up top, they got lots of players. They got Vinicius, they got Rodrigo, they got Martinelli, they got Estebao. I'm forgetting. They got the Rafinha. There's a lot of players. Richarlison. They had a lot of players to play up top, but on defense, they're lacking on defense. On the middle, they still have players like Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes, which those guys are good, but Casemiro is getting older. It's not the same Casemiro that he used to be 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And on the back, they have a solid defense with Gabriel and Eder Militao. But the guys on the sides, I don't know him. I don't know them. And it's funny because Brazil always had really right and left back players. So we used to have Marcelo, we used to have Dani Alves, Cafu, Roberto Carlos. It was like the right back and the left side, right back and left back. It used to be really it's one of the best positions that they ever had, and now they don't have anything. I think Brazil is gonna get better. I don't think it's gonna be enough for the World Cup. Let's see what Ancelotti can do, which is the manager for the Brazil national squad right now. And God, I don't have more. I mean, I still have plenty of time if I want to, but I don't want to talk more than I should. I guess I'm just gonna go over two more matches. But like I said, international duty, there's a lot of matches that we cannot cover everything. Even though we wanted to, even though I wanted to, it's impossible to cover all the matches. But I just want to talk about this match that was Norway against Israel. Man, Erling Haaland, it's an animal. It's Viz. He's crazy. I love that guy. I love the Android. I don't know if that's the actual translation for Androide. I think it is, but in Spanish we call him El Androide. And he's a player from another dimension. I don't know. He scored 3 goals on this match, man. And he missed 2 penalties. So he could have scored 5 goals, but he didn't because he didn't want to. And like I think I mentioned this at the beginning. Yeah, I did when I was talking to the U20 World Cup. They almost there to classify to the World Cup for the first time. and everything has to do with Erling Haaland. I think he had probably like 50 goals on 48 matches. So he have more goals than matches. So that's crazy. He's been scoring goal per goal per goal. He's had hat tricks on one match. He had twice 2 goals in one match. He scored every single match for Norway. This guy's insane. This guy is insane. I love that guy. And then on the other side, we got France against Uzbekistan, I think it is. I don't want to mess that up. France versus, I think it's Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. No, no, no. That was not Uzbekistan. The flag looks similar. But I'm sorry if anyone from Uzbekistan listening to this. I don't mean to disrespect your flag or your country or something. Just it seems kind of the same. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to find out who they play against. Um, I mean, the result was 3-0, and basically is I just want to talk about this match because we got Kylian Mbappe in here. So probably the two best players in the world right now, arguably the best two players in the world, Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, and they boy doing what they have to do. They just being amazing players, and yeah, I love those guys. Kylian Mbappe for this match scored once and gave one assist. It was Azerbaijan. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, and Mbappe is looking way better every time. Sorry, my English. I've been doing this for 1 hour already. I don't know how I can be able to speak English, but yeah. Um, Mbappe scored once, gave one assist, and he's looking better. And probably, I think we're about to see one of the best versions of Kylian Mbappe, because right now he's the best player at Real Madrid, and probably as now at 15th of October the 15th of 2025, he's the best player in the world. Last season, by this time, probably was Lamine Yamal or Rafinha, but right now it's Mbappe. Don't have any doubt of that. But like I said, right now, let's see how things turn out by December. It's the same thing that I was saying last week. The season is just barely starting, but I think Mbappe is gonna be one of the best seasons. And the other 2 goals was scored by Adrien Rabiot, and the other was by Florian Thauvin. Florian Thauvin. If you don't know, I speak French. I really don't. But yeah, bonjour, mademoiselle. That's the only thing I know how to say. Comment allez-vous? But I just want to mention this because Florian Thauvin, I think that's how you pronounce it. Probably I'm just being a dumbass. Florian Thauvin, he used to play for Tigres and the Mexican league. He really didn't play nothing. He was not the worst player, but he was just irrelevant player on the league. And he was also the World Cup winner in 2018. But ever since then, since he went to Mexico, he was really. I think this is the first match he played for a long time. Probably, I don't know if since the World Cup, but probably. And he scored a fucking banger. He scored what a banger he scored. But yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to mention. And I think that's it for today right now for me because I can go over different matches. I have matches from uh, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Germany, um, Netherlands as well. There was this match, the Austria against San Marino, that it ended up 10-0. That's crazy, 10-0. But I don't have much time left. I think I actually just went over 14 minutes, so I gotta end up the podcast right now. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I'm still getting used to it, to this format. My English, I know, is not the best, but I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you can keep listening to my content, and yeah, just have a good night, have a good day, have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you all guys on the next week. Bye bye.